grew up in what would be considered a Christian family, but really throughout my life I never really accepted the teachings of Christianity. I always found that the convoluted explanations about the Trinity, why it can be, why three can be one, and so I guess I grew up, and eventually into my 20s I was pretty much an agnostic. So, and basically being agnostic, I just hadn't have the knowledge of religion, of God, of the true concept of what God was. Alhamdulillah, this is one of the things I think that Allah blessed me with, is that I've never been a person that accepts blindly what I hear on the media or anywhere really. There was a lot of negative press about Islam, and so I thought to myself, okay, there's apparently these, and literally millions of people around the world are Muslim. They can't be these evil people that are being made out to be. So I thought that, and I didn't really know where to look for any information. So a few more months went by, and I actually was sitting at home, and I just downloaded this new program on my computer called ICQ, which is a chat program, and I opened it up, and the first person that flashed up on it in a little chat box was a Muslim. And so I thought, oh, that's fantastic. So I started asking them, and about that time of the year, about Hajj time, and I asked them, you know, why do all these people dress the same? They go there, they bow, and they do all these things. So this person explained to me about Hajj and how it's a pillar of their religion, and I thought that was quite interesting. We talked more. We talked about the Prophet Muhammad. We talked about quite a number of things. But then what really got to me was this person who I'd never met before. I'd never met face to face. They said to me, "I'll tell you what, I'll post you some books about Islam." And I said, "And how do you want me to pay for that?" And they go, No. I'll post you books." This person lived in another country. So I received these books, and I read them with quite a lot of interest. And what really struck me was about the simplicity of Tauhid, or the oneness of God in Islam. There was none of this convoluted arguments about why God is three, and it says La ilaha illallah, God is one. And that really started my interest in really investigating more about Islam. And the more I read, the more I thought, wow, I can't deny anything I've read. And then I was reading parts about the Quran about science, which was something I had an interest in, and there was parts about embryology, and there was parts about geology. And some of this stuff was like, there's no way on earth a guy who was alive 1400 years ago, there's no way on earth he knew this stuff. He just didn't know it. He was given this by God, and I couldn't deny that. So yeah, I pretty much accepted Islam right then, and I guess I lived as a Muslim for probably a few months. Like I'd pray, I sort of taught myself to pray and things like that. And then I thought to myself, well, I should really try and meet some Muslims. So unfortunately I was chatting with this person who I'd met originally online, and they said, well, yeah, contact a local association. So I did that, and I rang what was the Dawah Association here in Perth. About a week later, I think it was, and I took Shahada in front of them. And alhamdulillah, it was amazing. I was like, this great big huge weight just lifted off my shoulders, and yeah, alhamdulillah.